That was a bad squeak, sorry. Hi, welcome to the JMO Show Season 2 episode.
Or should we just say that today is Season 3?
Today is Season 3.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. First one?
Episode 1 is the worst episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm Perry, that's...
Joe.
Joe, this is Brian.
Introduce him properly, please.
Brian Bartholomew Joseph Pantaloons.
There we go.
You will see his full name and spelling in the credits. Unless we forget to do it.
Which is a possibility.
Quite a possibility. On to the first story.
Yes.
The first story is quite impossible. I will tell you that.
Or is it just highly improbable?
Let's say infinitely improbable, because that is impossible.
All right.
Yeah.
Go.
It is about an engine which NASA has recently tested. This engine is called a Cannae engine. I'm trying to think of a pun for Cannae, but it's not coming to me. And it's an engine which doesn't seem like it should work, which is why it's called an impossible engine.
That would make sense.
Yeah. A normal engine, you shoot something at the back and you go forwards.
Because of momentum.
Conservation of momentum. Physics right there for you.
Yeah.
This engine doesn't do that. It just sort of bounces around microwaves inside and then goes at the back, and you get the microwaves going, and you go that way, and it's like a massless particle. Yeah.
So they've broken physics?
Sure.
A little bit?
Yes, they've broken physics a lot, actually. Well, I say a lot. They've tested the engine. They've only gotten 0.00003 to 0.00004% of the weight of an iPhone sitting on a table in terms of thrust.
Well.
Which is not very much, but it's more than nothing.
It's more than nothing, and physics would tell us that there probably should be nothing.
Probably should be nothing, but there is something, so nothing and something aren't the same, so it's impossible, but it works.
It's impossible, but it works. That's my favourite kind of science.
I love science like that.
Do you reckon that if it becomes a spaceship, Brian would be able to fly one?
Of course. Brian can do anything.
Brian is a bear with infinite talents, one of which is standing up, as you can see.
Without supports.
No hands. Well, we have hands.
Yeah.
And Brian has hands, so there's actually 6 hands.
Yes. Well,
but none of them are assisting.
12 if you count
the live studio audience.
Live studio audience. They're not in. There we go. Hands.
Look at them being all live and studio-y.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for them.
Good. Very good for them.
You guys need to stop horsing around.
Oh.
Tell you what,
was that a segue?
That was a horrible, horrible punny segue. Next story is about a horse. He's a bit of a rascally horse. I'm going to call him Fernando. I don't even know if it's a him, maybe a her, in which it will be Fernandetta. But
either way, that's a good name for a horse.
I don't know. I'll just make it up as I go along. This horse is. Do you remember a while ago we were talking about speed drivers?
Speed, my favourite type of driver.
Yeah, well, this horse is a speed driver. Well, not so much a driver.
A horse can drive.
Well, no.
That sounds pretty impossible.
This horse, there was a speed camera in Germany, and it was on a country road outside of the historical town of Frankfurt. And there was a horse caught on the camera doing 36 miles per hour, which is approximately 57.9 kilometres per hour.
It's a decent speed for a horse.
In a 31 zone.
Bad horse.
So,
he rides across
this horse is a felon. And yeah, the police were a little bit confused. They thought that there had been some sort of crazy new racehorse on the scene.
Just a horse.
Yeah, and then they looked at the photo, and it's just this kind of small. Fernando's not a big horse.
Should
it's kind of
a
modest. Yeah, we'll put it up at some point.
Here.
Oh, we're doing that again.
And then it goes behind Brian. We'll have to rotoscope around Brian.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this horse called Fernando is not a racing horse, and in fact, what happened was...
I was excited for a second.
I know, and the German police were excited as well, but then it turned out that there was just like a car behind the horse who had been speeding. So, in fact...
A speed driver.
There was a speed driver. And the fine would have been for €10, which is about $13. But they couldn't see the number plate of the car because Fernando was standing right in the way.
Good old Fernando.
I mean, maybe Fernando is actually in league with the person who was speeding.
This is possible. We'll need to do more research on whether or not...
More me research.
Yes, more me
the
research.
The best kind of research.
On whether we get more horse speeding sightings, because if we do, then they're probably working together.
Yeah, this is true.
You know what else works well together?
Good. I was struggling to come up with a segue, so you go.
The introduction of analog TV and the introduction of Wi-Fi.
Indeed.
They work well together, which sounds a bit odd.
Tell me more, Perry.
Television is becoming digital these days. It's kind of a plug into the wall with internet or something and TVs on your screen. And
very technical,
magic,
I like it.
Yep.
Magic.
And that means that there's a whole band of the radio wave frequency that's set off for TV use that's no longer needed, which this radio wave is typically very good at going long ranges, which is why it's used for TV, so they can spit the TV into your house.
Spit it.
That's how it works. That's a technical term for sending
Indeed.
something through radio waves, is to spit it.
Absolutely.
So because this range is no longer being used for TV, people have said, what if we use it for Wi-Fi? As a result, they've managed to get a Wi-Fi signal that goes for 62 miles.
That's quite far.
That is quite far. I
That
have
is-
difficulty getting the Wi-Fi to reach to my room in my house. And
That's
now it goes for
probably
62
upsetting.
miles. It is very upsetting.
I mean, if you had a really big house, it'd still be an issue.
It would, yes, well, larger than 62 miles or 1,000. I keep on saying 1,000. 12,000 square miles. I said 1,000 when I was telling Jared before.
Oh, well. Does that mean we can blame Jared for that mistake?
Yes, Jared.
Jared, how dare you? Just get out.
But yeah, 12,000 square miles in a circle around the
Jared
base
is
station.
actually leaving.
Bye, Jared.
It's making me quite...
Oh, Tom has taken Jared's spot. Oh, there goes
just
Jared.
like he did that episode that time.
Yeah. 12,000 square miles in a circle around the single output spitter center that spits out the Wi-Fi. What this means, we could soon in the future no longer have a need for mobile phones that use cell data tower things.
Yep, and I guess you could also just have in the middle of a city, just have a spitter,
Tower.
as you
A spitter,
say,
yes.
and it could just spit in a radius around, and everyone would just get showered in glorious
Showered in
Wi-Fi
It
spit.
would be amazing.
Be wonderful.
It would be the end of the free Wi-Fi zones.
Is this
It would
the
be
end?
one big free Wi-Fi
Is
zone.
this the end of the episode?
It might be. I think we should leave the introduction to our most
Brian?
talented member of the
Yeah.
of the cast.
Which
Brian.
is Brian.
I think he deserves a close up.
All right, it's
It's-
that one.
Bye. I'll pretend to miss you.
I don't know what Brian's doing. He's doing some sort of weird head dance. Oh,
He fell off the table.
all right,
That's
goodbye,
the episode.
Brian. Peace out.
Woo.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.